17 winters, 16 days. Still he hath not changed his ways. Crimson fire, shadows long. Sees thy purest life turn wrong. Born by mother, made by father. Father still from human grace. One who sees him still would rather lose the memory of his face.
Riseth, falleth, neareth, fareth, hisseth, iseth, causeth, destructioneth.
The.
Hindered most was he
By a lift. For never was a will so great, filled by desperate acts to use, unjarmament, and with this fate, our world has much to lose. The boy knoweth the ways of sin, no rhyming pattern justifies him. Riseth all whose time grows near, man-child woman sheds a tear. A voice. The boy I'm talking about is Wallace Intrubé.
Our research team is back. The investigation will soon begin. We are about to sail over uncharted waters in the next stage of our journey. Last episode, we explored the origins of Wallace Intrubé. We found he came from an ancient Italian line known as the Intrube dynasty. After centuries of conflict with the Hartleys and the Mafia, Wallace was born. He was born to fight his family's cause, and this would define his life. And it is to this we turn. The greatest part of our task is about to begin. Wallace Intrubé is an international criminal. He has shocked the world many times over, and he needs to be stopped. The only way we can do this is to find the secrets to his success, and that's the task of our team. Tonight, we will look at the life of Wallace Intrubé. So, where do you think would be the best place to start the early years of Wallace's life?
How about his birth?
His birth?
Yeah, I think that's quite a good idea actually. I've seen a lot of researchers doing that kind of thing when studying someone's life.
Yeah, same. Well, I think any earlier would just be a bit stupid, really.
Yeah. Well, yeah, that's us then. We'll start Wallace's life with his birth. Our research team found that Wallace was born near Dartmouth, England, which for the benefit of Americans means he was born near London. His parents then took him to Edinburgh, Scotland, which for the benefit of Americans is near London. But we're concerned about the moment of his birth. A well-known fact is he was born on the 15th of March, 1993.
Making his day of birth a Monday.
Fascinating.
A first-hand account writes that when Wallace's mother first caught sight of him, she pronounced, "the boy who lived," to which her nurse replied, "Unfortunately so." We hired a team of professional actors to reconstruct the event. The boy who lived. Unfortunately so. Perhaps the best person to relate the early years of Wallace's life is Madame Coyne, former maid to the Intrube family. Madame Coyne is a respected member of our team, known for her professionalism and maturity. She may be the key to our research project's success.
Hello, Madam Coyne.
Hiya.
How are you?
I'm okay,
Nice
thanks.
to see you. Have a seat. Madam Coyne, welcome. Thank you for coming along to the interview.
Oh,
So first, we'd like to know a little about how you came to be Intrube's maid. Is that going to start over there?
I don't think anybody else has quite the qualifications as I have.
You were a nanny in Sandon, I believe.
Yes,
So what does that make you officially then?
the most accomplished trainer in the world, of course. I travelled to Transylvania. I wanted a better challenge.
You wanted a better challenge?
No, I wanted a better challenge.
That is a long one. Would you care to elaborate on this challenge?
Certainly. May I have a cup of tea?
Yes, of course. Could we get a cup of tea, please? Yeah.
Thanks.
The implication of Madame Coyne's experiences are many, but none more profound than this. That there is no childhood event or trigger which causes this position. Wallace was simply born evil. Our team must reassemble.
Feels okay?
We need to recover the remaining secrets of Wallace's life. And where better to look than the childhood home in which he lived, where all of his remaining secrets will be told. Today, we will journey to the Intrube mansion.
Of course, the entire building was burned down in 2004, but we do have a reconstruction of what the building might have looked like. Well, it's a work in progress.
Although the Intrube fire means that an entire collection of valuable evidence has been lost, we believe the very fact the mansion was burned down is just as revealing. Our team conducted pyrotechnic experiments to bring us closer to the identity of the arsonist. Now, if we put the burn time of the model house through this equation, we should get the time it took to burn the Intrube house.
2.5 seconds.
Good. And using this chart, we can see who did it. Ah, that's interesting. If our research was correct, and the Snickets had indeed burned down the Intrube mansion, this has profound consequences for the Intrube dynasty, because traditionally, the Snickets were their allies. We found further evidence to support our view, a press conference by the Snickets themselves, where they openly admit to the burning down of the Intrube mansion. To quote, "We did it."
It's clear from the video the Snickets were the culprits, and although the evidence isn't as conclusive as ours, it still certainly supports our original theories.
The information we exclusively revealed is highly enlightening. The fire, which burned down the Intrube mansion, also killed Wallace's grandfather, Don Crescetto, who, as we all know, was the bulwark against the Mafia's defences. Now, Wallace was alone. He not only lost the support of his grandfather, but also the support of the Snickets, who were instrumental in expanding the Intrube's powers overseas.
Why did the Snickets do it? It's a question that we're struggling to answer.
It is possible that they were growing impatient with the Intrubes with their constant attempts to release their properties from the terms of the postcard. As everybody knows, the Mafia at this time had an ultimate hold over more than 2/3 of the Intrube property, meaning the Intrubes will have to pass it over when the last male member dies. Of course, to the Snickets, this makes no difference. With the contract broken, the Intrubes will have to fight to win back their property. But under the contract, they had already been doing this. It was the company owned by the Snickets and the Intrubes, VSD, that they were worried about, because their business deals were faltering.
And this is probably why they had Crescetto killed. They wanted to bite the bullet and move past the contract, which in their eyes had no end while the Intrube line continued. Once Crescetto was gone, the line was effectively over. His son, Michael, had no formal training, and Wallace was only a boy. To the Snickets, killing Crescetto must have been the only logical option. But it was here that the Snickets made two misjudgments. Significantly, the death of Crescetto meant the Intrubes had nobody in the family to fight their cause, and the Mafia found little difficulty in taking away their properties. However, the other misjudgment cancels this out entirely. It was a misjudgment that everyone made. Nobody had any idea how powerful Wallace would be. It was Wallace's turn to shine.